Okay, so continue ta. Unsa na ta? So again, we will start. Wag na ra bay mga late na nulod, no? So, let's proceed with problem number one of your book na. So, sugod tag balik, no? You are to tell me or you are to fill in, no? The account title that should be debited or credited when you prepare the adjusting entry. So first, you have prepaid expenses, asset method. So kung asset method, your debit should be expense. Then your credit will be prepaid expense. Okay, so isuot na diya sa inyong book ka. Then we have expense method, assured debit, prepaid expense, kay expense man siya, no? So recognize prepaid expense, then credit ka, expense. Okay ra? Wait sa, di na gusto mosulod, di na to sila masulod. Then we'll have depreciation. So what would be your debit? Depreciation expense and then you credit accumulated depreciation. Okay. Then we have unearned revenues or pre-collection. So kung liability method, what should be your entry? Debit, unearned revenue, credit, unearned revenue, debit, credit, revenue. Okay? So again, that's a debito, unearned revenue, credit, revenue. How about kung income method? Debit revenue, credit, unearned revenue. Okay, again, it's a debit to revenue, then credit unearned revenue. Okay, then we'll have accruals. Accruals, accrued expenses, account debited, expense, account credited, accrued expense or payable. Um, check na ko ang book. Ang gigamit sa book kay payable. So, we'll use payable na lang. Okay, so debit ka expense, credit ka payable. Then, how about accrued revenues? Debit ka? No, revenue man siya. Okay, debit ka receivable, credit ka revenue or income. Okay? So again, sa debit to receivable, credit ka revenue or income. Okay, let's proceed with problem number two. So kaning problem number two, na ko gi-prepare nga unsa ni? Excel. Wala ba ni gawas? Wait sa. Hmm, saan ni save nakita na ninyo? Okay, so we'll have problem number two. Okay, so this is problem number two. Ang buhaton kayo need to compare the unadjusted and adjusted trial balance. Determine the adjustment that were made. Okay? So, atong i-compare kung, unsa ni? Unsa diferensya sa duha? adjustments. And then we will determine unsay adjustments gipanghimo. Okay, so ato nang butangan diha. Okay, so let's compare. Actually, mag-compare ata no. Compare your unadjusted balances. So dere, let's start with cash. Sa cash pareha ra, di ba? Then we move to accounts receivable pareha ra gyapon. Then we move to prepaid expense na atay decrease nga pila from 48 to 36. Na decrease nga 12,000. Okay, debit credit. Credit. So credit of 12,000. Then we move next to supplies. From 125 nimo siyang 72. So is it a credit or a debit? Credit. Kaya nag-decrease man, di ba? So gi-credit na to si supplies. For how much? 53? 53,000. Okay? Then your land walay diferensya. Your building walay diferensya. Your accumulated depreciation nag-increase. Okay, so is it debit or a credit? Sure mo? Credit na. Okay, credit of how much? 15. Then your equipment wala. Then your accumulated depreciation computer equipment na increase, decrease. Pila? How much? 18. Okay. Then how about your notes payable? Wala ra, di ba? Accounts payable, wala ra. Salaries payable? Sure mo, wala. Zero. From 0 to 34. Increase of 34, di ba? How about your interest payable from 0 to 77? Okay, increase by 77,000. How about your mortgage payable? Wala ra. Your capital, wala ra sad. Your withdrawals, wala ra. Your computer aided design service revenues, wala ra. Your salaries expense, siya naitabo. Increase by 34,000. Okay. From 813 to 847. Debit, right? Debit man. So debit siya nga. Pila to? 34,000. About your insurance expense, increase sad, no? 12. From none to 12. Then your supplies expense nag-increase of 53 from none to 53. Then your depreciation expense building 15. Your depreciation expense computer equipment 18. Then your interest expense 77. I'm sorry. Okay, so these are the increases and decreases of your accounts, no, from the unadjusted to the adjusted ones. So actually the difference are your adjustments made at the end of the period. Okay, so Usa kay journal entry atong gihimo ani, kaning first nga kuan nato, adjusting entry. This is related to insurance. So, debita, insurance, actually mo na siya entry 'no, insurance expense, 12. Tapos credita, prepaid. Are you following? Insurance nga 12. Kaning padakan. Okay, so that's the first adjustment. So this is related to your insurance expense, 12 and 12, 'di ba? Okay, how about number 2? Okay, number 2 nato kay ha, dugay mo move basta screen share. So number 2 is all about supplies, right? So unsay entry nato ani, supplies expense, 'di ba? Kung makita nimo diri sa debit to supplies expense, for 53,000, then credit ka, supplies. Supplies ang account gigamit, 53,000. Okay? Then what is the third one? Depreciation. Okay? So actually duha ka depreciation, no? Depreciation for kani siya building and computer equipment. So ato lang ng i-compound. Ilaga niya ang building, 15. Tapos si depreciation expense, ko lang i-abbreviate ha, 18, right? And then our credit will be building na 15. Tapos may go adjust. Sana ano gid ka? Total. Meeting. Okay. Then what is the fourth adjusting entry? Salaries expense. Nawahi man atong salaries expense. Dapat ko siya. Dapat siya maoy number 3. Ito na i-adjust. This should be number 4. And number 3 si salaries expense. Sila ganito, salaries expense is equal to 34,000. Okay, then atong credit kay salaries payable. Payable and receivable ako tong gamiton na kay may gigamit sa book. Okay, dayon, what is the last one? Insurance? Ano? Interest expense. Naman tayo insurance na no, so interest expense. Interest na how much? 77,000. Then credit interest paid. Okay, so these are the adjusting entries. Natay question ani? Nay pangutana? Okay, so let's proceed to the next problem. Problem number 3. Okay, so this is problem number 9, problem number 3. Okay, so itong basahon unsa ni si problem number 3. So let's read problem number 3, accrual of royalties. No, so Elisa Diaz Technologies produces computer software that Batangas Solutions sells. Diaz receives a royalty of 15% of sales. Batangas Solutions pays royalties to Diaz Technologies on a semi-annual basis on May 1 for sales made in July through December. So take note mobayad siya og warrant rather premium. Premium ba ni? Royalty di ay. Magbayad siya royalty every May and November 1. So, ang bayaran niya sa May kay katong sale from July to December of the previous year. Take note previous year. Then, ang November for sales made in January through June of the current year. Okay, so balian na ang may tabo. Ang payment of royalties. Kay mo ni siyang arrangement. June to nasaan na 'to? Ang May 1, July to December. So, bali ang July to December will be paid ano sa aman ay dili puwede. Di ta puwede mag-equal kasi Excel din, eh. Will be paid so may itong gamiton ani ron. Ano siya sa bayran, May 1 of the next year. Okay? Then, ang January to June, sakto ba? Yeah. January to June will be paid November 1 of the current year. Importante ni siya. Para kay bawo ka kano sa ka dapat mo accrue. Okay? Ah, unsa man day? Naay pangutana? Oo, sorry. Dili next day ni previous year. May 1 of the ay dili, previous ni siya kani nga kuan is July to December, mao istorya ha. Ang July to December bayran May 1, 'di ba? Hmm, May 1 of the next year. So balik kung 2023 taron previous ni siya. Nakuha? Then pa ha, butangan ako ni 2023. Okay, and this is so kung 2023 ni siya karon, kung maingon ka May 1 of the next ma kani may 20 dili. Asa to lagi kani may 2022. Malipong man mo ani oy tempa ha. Kuhaon na ni nako. So bali ang mahitabo kung inserta na 2022 kani is 2023 kana na lang para di maglibog. So kung July to December 2022, May 1 bayaran of the next year. So bali pasabot ani nga next year is 2023. Nako ha, kunin butangan. Kuha ra. So kani siya, murang istorya 'di ba? So kani siya is previous year. This is current month 2023. Mo ni ato ang concern karon 2023. Okay? So bali ang katong royalty nga dapat bayaran unta pag July to December or na-earn sa July to December will be paid May 1. Nakuha? Mm. Then of course, ang January to June of 2023 bayaran November. Okay? So, question na to. Okay, let's read the second paragraph. Royalties expense for Batangas Solutions and royalty income for Diaz Technologies. Bali ang duha ka parties atong i-recognize, no? In the amount of 600 were accrued on December 31, 2022. Cash in the amounts of 601 million was paid and received on May 1 and November 1, 2023, respectively. Software sales during the July to December 2023 period totaled 15 million. So question, calculate the amount of royalty expense for Batangas Solutions and royalty income for Diaz during 2023. Okay? So, unsa man kunoy ang unsa ni? Ang gipangayo kay pilay gibayran. Pilay gibayran no. Pila ang income og expense. Okay? So pila kuno ang income og expense sa 20? Take note ha, 2023 ang ato ang concern. Okay? So kani siya, this one, ato ba ning i-recognize as income or expense karon dili? Kani, July to December. We're talking about income and expense ha, dili. Okay, dili. So kani siya is about last year. Okay? So actually gi-mention gani diya sa book nga royalty expense for Batangas Solutions and royalty income for Diaz Technologies of in the amount of 600,000 were accrued during December 2022. So kani siya gi-accrue na siya pag December. So income na siya last year 2022. Then cash kuno kay gibayaran. Okay, so wala tay problema ani. So ang concern nato actually is rather the year or the period 2023. So ang gipangutana is income and expense for the two parties, no? So atong computon, ang concern nato is January, bali 2023 niya. So this is 2023. January to June. So pila may atong interest or computation ana? Gibayaran man 'di ba? It's there in the problem. 600,000 and 1,000,000 was paid and received on May 1 and November 1, 2023 respectively. So kaning June, rather January to June, na-receive na siya pagka November 1. November 1, pila gani nadawat niya? Kung kaano niya may ah, kung ano ba siya ay mo format diretso, format series 23. So may tabo ana is 1,000 'di ba? Ihatag man ang amount. So there's no need for us to compute since given ang amount. Then for the month of July to December, sama ni siyang atong concern ang July to December kay wala pa ni siya madawat, 'di ba? So July to December 20 or July to December lang. So kani siya is kano sa ganin ni bayran? To be paid May 1, 'di ba? Bayaran siya May 1. Nakuha ninyo? Naka-follow mo? Okay. So take note kaning si company nakadawat na og cash nga 600 and 1,000. Katong 600 katutong para diri nga gi-accrue niya last year. Tapos nadawat sad niya ang 1,000,000 for November 1. So this is paid na. Okay? So ang concern nato karon kay niana naman ang problem nga record the adjusting entry for kuan. Number 1 sa data, calculate for the amount of royalty expense and income. So, for the other half, sa may computation ani, pila ang sales gani? Yung 15,000,000, ay sorry, 15,000,000 times pila? 15%, tapos that's equal to pila? 2,000,000 to 50? 2,250,000, right? Okay, so kani siya mao ni bayran karong kano sa man May 1, 2024. Nakuha? So this is to be paid May 1, 2024. Kaya mo man yung agreement nga ang May to June bayran during the year, current year, so gibayran siya. Kaning July to December kay bayran next year. Muna ang agreement, May 1 next year. Kaya ana man siya November and May. So what ay problema sa um November since nadawat na to ang 1,000. Kanilang July to December kay wala pa ni pero income na nato during the period, right? So kung pangutanon ka sa imong total income and expense. Anong total income and expense? Ang duha ka parties magud ang gipangayo. So bali income ni kisa may kuan ani mo earn og income. Digit A si kuan, si Diaz 'no? Diaz Technologies. So mo na siya'y amount okay, actually mao gyud na siya'y amount sa atoang income and expense. Okay. So this is the answer to question number 1. 'Di ba duha may gipangayo. Tapos sa question number 2, gipangayoan kag journal entry or adjusting entries 'no ni Diaz Technologies. And kisa to usa, sa nga na ani niya, Batangas o no, Batangas lagi, Batangas. Kung unsa may journal entry ni Diaz Technologies. Accrue siyang income, right? So naa siya'y royalty, pila? Pila iyang i-accrue? Hmm, kaning 2,250,000 mo na iyang i-accrue, mo na yung receivable, 'di ba? Royalty income, ngano man? Mo man ay wala niya madawat pa, pero income na na siya, 'di ba? Kay mo man ay income niya for the month of July to December. Ang problema lang kay bayran siya ana inagka November 1, rather inagka May 1 pa. Nakuha ninyo? Uy, nakuha ba ninyo? So, royalty sa part ni Batangas, royalty expense. Ay, then royalty payable. Bali-bali ra na. Nakuha ninyong anong 250 ra atong i-recognize? Again, ang 1,000 nadawat na niya pagka November 1. Duha man ka payments iyang nadawat pagka November 1. Unsa may ang nadawat nga payments? Ang payments ani sa 2022 because pagka December 2022 gi-accrue man ni niya. So pagka May 1 nga 2023 nadawat niya ang 600. Tapos pagka November 1 nadawat sad niya ang 1,000. Ang 1,000 mo na ang royalty for January to June. Nakuha? So November 1 na niya nadawat. Now ang July to December, income na na niya dapat, 'di ba? Or expense na sa dapat ni Batangas. Pero lang, the agreement is that ang July to December, bayran pagka May 1, next year pa. Pero ang pangutana, income na ba na siya? Income na, nga naman. July to December man, earn naman na niya. And that is why, mag-require og adjusting entry si Diaz, recognizing receivable and income, and si Batangas, recognizing expense and liability. Nakuha ninyo? Okay, okay ha, okay na ha. Inyo lang yung analyson unsay agreement. Actually sa problem no kay inyo yung analyson unsay lang gisabutan. Okay? So ang gisabutan nila mo ni sa imo jud nang hinuktukan og maayo unsay gisabutan. Ako lang ning i-delete para di mo ma-mislead. Okay, so can we now proceed walay question ani? Okay, let's have problem number 4. Walay question na to? Ay paningog mo ug namoy nalipgan. Wala ra ha. Kaluwa-luwa ra ba mo mag-exam ra ba ta next meeting sige gud mo. Okay, let's have problem number 4. Asayon ra ni. You have accrual of interest expense. Rosalinda Perez forwarders borrowed 600,000 from the bank on September 1, 2023. The note carried an 8% annual rate. So take note ha, 8% is annual rate. Annual rate of interest and was set to mature February 28, 2024. Interest and principal were paid in cash on the maturity date. Okay, pila ka months ang notes? September, October, November, December, January, February. Pila ka months? Pero ihap, 6 months. That is 6 months. So, kay September 1 man na siya. So, September, October, November, December, January, February 2024. So, take note ha, and then, take note sad kani importante. Interest and principal were paid in cash on the maturity date. So, walay periodic nga payment gihimo. So, this is a one-time payment. Okay, dili installment, no? So, dili binuwan ang bayad sa interest. The principal and the interest will be collected at the end of the 6 months, no, period. So, question number 1. What was the amount of interest expense paid in cash in 2023? Okay, zero. Wala. Nga naman. Ang atong accounting period is 2023. Okay. So, kano sa bayran di ay? Okay, February 28, 2024. So, meaning, pagka December 31, 2023, walay gibayran. Okay. So, why gibayran ha? The answer to number 1 is zero. O pang isuwat? Sige, isuwat na lang. Answer is zero. Zero. Number 2. Question number 2. What was the amount of interest expense recognized on the 2023 income statement? So, take note. Wala tayo gibayran og cash. Right? Pero, niagi na ang pila ka months. September, October, November, December. Niagi na ang 4 months. So, nanatay interest expense, no? So, nanatay ni expire nga or unsa na-incur nga interest expense good for 4 months. So, bisag wala pa ta ni bayad, since na-expire na siya or niagi na ang period, no? Need na nato mag-recognize og interest expense. So, how do we compute? That is 600,000 times 8% times 4 divided by 12. So, that is equal to how much? 16. Okay, so 16,000 mo na ato ang bayran ang rather mo na i-recognize nato ang so 16,000 is the interest you need to recognize. So this is interest exact to be recognized. Income statement. Okay, so mo na siya ang computation. So nay pangutana ani wala ra. Kabalo mo kung anay solution. Okay, so okay ra na ha. Then we'll proceed to the third question. What was the amount of total liability shown on the 2023 balance sheet? Total liabilities to be shown in the 2023 balance sheet. Usa kay composition ana? It will be your principal Ang principal amount, dili ba di man 'to bayaran dayon nga 600,000 plus katong gi-accrue nimo nga interest sa number 2, katong 16,000. So ang total nimo nga liability should be 76,000. Nakuha? Oh, sorry, 600,000. Okay, 616,000. Ah, okay. Sa number 2, 6 months. Alangan naman, ingon man ko ganina tanaw sa problem, 8% is annual rate. So bantayanan na ha, kung unsa na ang rate gihatag, annual ba na siya, 6 months ba na siya, monthly ba na siya. And that's the reason why gi-multiply nato siya og 4/12. Nakuha? Okay. So let's proceed to number 4 now. What was the total amount of cash that was paid to the bank on February 28, 2024 for the principal and interest? Total amount total amount of cash paid to the bank in February 2024. So, unsa may gibayaran? Of course, you have your principal na 600,000 and the total interest. Eh, sa ba? Kapag yung interest for 6 months, 'di ba? Kay bayaran baya siya gyud pagka-end na gyud sa kuan term. So that's 600,000 times 8% times 6/12. So pila? That is 24,000. So total nga gibayaran niya is 624,000. So mo na gibayaran tanan. So ingon ani nga case, bantayan sad ninyo kung unsay term sa payment, no? Okay, then we have number 5. What was the amount of interest expense shown rather on the 2024 income statement? Interest expense. eh, In the 2024, take note that 2024 income statement. So pila ka months atong i-recognize? 2 months lang, right? Eh, ang 4 ato namang gi-recognize sa last. So kuan siya January and February. So you have 600,000 times 8% times 2/12. Pila? 3,000. Okay? So that's the answers na ay question. So unsay bantayan? First, ang maturity, ang term, no? Sa pila ka months. Tapos, kano sa amo mature. Tapos, unsay agreement as to the payment. By installment ba? Or it's a one-time payment? So, this one is a one-time payment. So, may gani ka one-time payment, bayran tanan, principal plus interest at the maturity date. Okay? And then, determine dapat pilay dapat i-recognize as accrued expense during the end of the accounting period. Okay? So, naay question? Wala. Wala ra? Okay, so let's proceed to problem number 5. Okay, let's read. Accrual of interest revenue. So Melinda Almasan, an angel investor decided, kuya wa angel investor, decided to invest 1,200,000 excess cash in a certificate of deposit on April 1, 2022. The certificate carried an 8% annual rate of interest and a 1-year term to maturity. So take note ha, 8% annual rate tapos 1 year ang term. Interest will be withdrawn monthly. Disregard tax effects. So, monthly. Ganina, ato ang gisolve kay, um, at the maturity date, no, i-collect ang koan, interest. While in here, interest will be withdrawn monthly. So, required number 1, what amount of income will be recognized? For the year ending December 20, 2022. Kano sa man ni tabo? Pag April, no? So, interest for interest income for December 31, 2022. So, unsa itong buhaton? Determine kano sa ninitabo April 1, no? April 1 to 2022 up to December 31, 2022. Pila ka buwan? Okay, so how do you compute? 9 months. So, you have pila atong investment 1,200,000 times pila yung rate? 8% times 9 divided by 12. Okay, so mo na imong interest income for 2022, 'di ba? Mm. So interest income for 2022. May pangutana? Then number 2, what is the effect of the adjusting entry on the accounting equation? So kung may yung ka-accounting equation, asset, liability, mo na'y sulod, dayon capital or equity. Unsa kuno effect ani nga adjusting entry? Supposing mag-adjust ka, unsay adjusting entry nimo ani? Debit ka interest receivable 72,000. Supposing you need to do the adjusting entry, no? So ang adjusting entry ani is debit, debit, ah, yan pa ha, adjusting entry. So adjusting entry nato is debit, interest receivable nga 72,000 tapos credit ka interest income nga 72,000. So question, what is the effect of these entries to your asset? In may gani ka effect, increase, decrease, no effect. Asset, decrease, increase. Ha? Increase, 'di ba? Accounts receivable, interest receivable is an asset. Ay, pagod na ako nang gisuwat. Increase, asset. Dapat liability. Tanaw ang account title. Does it involve liability? Okay, no. Very good. No effect. How about capital? Increase. Because income ni siya, right? So income increases your capital. Okay. May pangutana? Let's proceed to number 3. What amount of cash will be collected for interest revenue in 2022? Pila kunoy ma-collect 2022? Tanawa ha, interest will be withdrawn monthly. So meaning kada 1 of the month mag-collect og interest starting May 1. Pila ka to makolekta nga cash ani? Ang 72K gyud ato ma-collect sigurado? Hmm, take note. Once a month ang kuan. Pila? 64, very good. Ngano man, ang December di na nato ma-collect. Dili nato ma-collect, yeah, oo. So April, May 1 mag-start. So May 1, June 1, July, August 1, September 1, October 1, November 1, December 1. 8 months lang. So bali ang December nga interest will be collected January. Nako ha, cash collected. So muna'y bantayanan po no kung kano sa i-collect. Cash collected from the interest income. 8 months lang. That would be from May 1 to December 1. Okay? Kaya ang December, ang makolek ni mo gud aning December kay that would be for the month of November. So bali ang month of December will be collected January pa. So ang computation nato ana will be 1,200,000 times 8%, 8/12. 64, 64,000 lang siya makita. Okay, so mo na mahitabo. That's number 3. Number 4. What is the amount of interest receivable as of December 31, 2022? Mo na ni ang 1 month, 'di ba? Mo ni ang wala ma-collect. Receivable for December 31, 2022. So, mo na akong gi-mention ganina nga, December ni siya nga interest, pero ma-collect ni nimo inaka January 1 pa. So, times 1 divided by 12. So, pila? 8,000. 8,000, 1 month lang. Okay, number 5. What amount of cash will be collected for interest revenue in 2023? Pila man kuno ka, pilay cash nga ma-collect sa interest revenue in 2023? Cash, pila? 32 from the interest income on 2023. So, unsa may composition ana? Actually, ang composition na nakay katong imong gi-accrue 2022 kato atong gi-mention nga 8,000, 'di ba? Then of course kanang interest earned in 2023. Pila man ang interest earned in 2023? Pila naman lang ka man sa 2023? Sure? Sure nga 4? 3 months lang. Oo, 3 months lang. So, 1,200,000 times 8% times 3 divided by 12. Pila na siya? 24? So, total interest na 'to is 32, motong 32. Okay, so 32 total is 32. Kuha, number 6. What amount of interest revenue will be recognized in 2023? Kani, mao ni, 'di ba? 3 months muna siyang interest revenue for 2023. Ngano man, 'di ba ato na ng kuan, um, ato na ng gi-compute diri nga 3 months na lang remaining. January, February, March. So, 3 months. So, no need na for computation kaya na-compute naman nato. Then last, what is the amount of interest receivable as of December 31, 2023? Again, what is the amount of interest receivable as of December 31, 2023? Okay, wala na. Zero na kay ngano, kutob ra gud na siya March, 'di ba? March 31. Okay, so very good. So let's proceed to problem number 6. Saan yun? Hi. Problem number 6. Ako ra ning i-upload unya ha. Okay, so unsa man ni si problem number 6? Adjusting entries and accounting policy. Kani bantayanan ni. So at the start of the year, V. Espirito, D. Malyari, and D. Ramos service firms each had 75,000 supplies on hand. So tagsa-tagsa nila na sila'y um supplies on hand. The three companies use different accounting procedures for recording supplies. V. Espirito and D. Ramos show the beginning balance in the supplies on hand account, but D. Malyari reflects the beginning balance in supplies expense account. So, lain-lain silang method. Ang duha, si Espirito o si Ramos kay asset method, right? Kay supplies on hand man ang naa sa ilaha. Tapos si Espirito, supplies expense ang iyahang gigamit or naay balance. So, meaning, gamit siyang expense method. Asa na ta? Each of the three companies acquired 452,000 of supplies at various times throughout the year, and each has 96,000 of supplies on hand at year-end. Prepare the adjusting entry for each entity. So, adjusting entries lagi pangayo. So, let's determine Espirito and Ramos. Ayan. Ang method nga ilang gigamit kay asset method. Okay? So, muna gigamit ni Ramos. Tapos sa tingan sa usa, Malyari, Malyari kay unsay ang gigamit? Expense. Expense method. Okay. So unsay nahitabo? Um, Kada usa nila naay supplies on hand. Maghimo tag ti-account. So, supplies, si Espiritu asset method man sila. Unsa lang gigamit nga account? Supplies on hand. Okay, supplies on hand. Tapos, oops, debit. Okay. So, pila atong beginning balance? Natay beginning balance nga each. Pila ang beginning? 75,000 kada usa. Kang kuan sa tong unahon kang Ramos o kang Espiritu. Tapos, na siya gi-acquire nga, so this is acquisition. Diba kung mag-acquire ka, unsay entry nimo? Debit, supplies on hand, credit, cash. So, na acquisition nga 452. Okay. So, kung 4-5 sa 5 to 7 na siya, 5 to 7 sa ni diri. Dayon naa siya'y on hand nga 96. So, money ending balance. So, dapat mangita ka sa expense, 'di ba? Kay asset man ni. So, money mo pangitaon. Expense, which is now the unknown. So, pila? Buhaton nimo, akong gibot is gi-equate nako silang duha, no? Tapos ang buhaton nimo, just get the unknown. So man, 5 to 7 minus lang ni siya. Pila? 431. 431. So mo na imuhang expense. And this is what we're going to recognize in your adjusting entry. So debit ka, kay asset method man, di ba? So mag-debit ka og expense. So you have supplies expense na 431. Dayon, supplies on hand nga 431. Nakuha ninyo? Tama na tong adjusting entry. Then how about this one? Ako ning kopyahon. Mag-edit ra ko. Muna ko ni siyang supplies lang. Supplies, ah, supplies expense di ay. Okay, so supplies expense, so both kay naay beginning balance nga siya. Naay beginning balance nga 75. Hmm. Tapos, unsay giingon? Both companies, the three companies acquired. Dayon, okay, no need na taan ni, uy. No need na ni because we're looking for the expense. And then ni ana man siya nga 96 ang supplies on hand. So, sa metong i-recognize ang asset, right? Are you following? Asset atong i-recognize. So, since given naman ang amount nga atong i-recognize sa asset, diretso na lang ta sa atong adjusting entry. Dili na kinahanglan og computation because the amount of expense, rather, the amount of asset is already given. So, diretso na lang ka, supplies on hand nga 96. Mo man na ang gibutang niya nga unused, right? Or supplies on hand at year-end. So, given na kung pila ang itong i-recognize nga asset, then we credit ang supplies expense na 96. Nakuha? Dili naman ko kinahanglan magbutang ingon ani kay ngano man given naman siya. Wala may unknown. Nakuha ninyo ang difference? Nay pangutana? Wala. Wala na. Yes? If you? Ah, unsa to? 'Di ba? The Espiritu and D. Ramos show the beginning balance supplies on an account, but D. Malyari reflects the beginning balance in supplies account. V. Espiritu debits the account supplies on hand when supplies are acquired, while D. Malyari and Ramos follow the policy of debiting supplies expense upon acquisition. Kay baka nani si Piat. Dili man pwede nga, kay sa start man good, si Ramos kay beginning balance mag supplies on hand, so di siya pwede mo, nani si Piat nga problem. Dili siya pwede mo gamit og expense. Di siya pwede mo gamit og duha ka methods. So si Malyari ra jud ani ang mo debit og supplies. Let's follow the kuan lang. Kanang first nga paragraph nara ni murag kuan guro nani error. Basta dili pwede nga mo gamit ka og lain nga account once existing na imong account. So mo stick ta nga si Malyari ra gyud ang nag-expense method. Sayo pa siya dili siya pwede. Ikyo? Oh, ato lang siyang i-fix ha. Murag na ni sipyat nga problem kay bisan ang solution ani nga gihatag is expense yun ra si Kuandra, si Malyari ra. So nagi ni siya problema nga problem. Na problema nga problem. So we'll stick to the first policy nga si Espiritu o si Ramos ang mag asset method tapos si Malyari ang mag-expense. Okay? So ato lang nang kuan ang Malyari and Ramos follow the policy of debiting supplies expense. Ang policy in the first hand kay lahi man good. So katong primero nga istorya atong basihan. Okay? So any other question? So ingon ani nga kaso no nga expense ka, method ka tapos giingon sa problem nga at the end of the year mo nay on hand. So dili na ka mangitag computation ngano man expense man ka ang on hand kay mo man na imong asset. So automatic inag-prepare nimo sa entry katong given nga on hand mo ra to imong gamiton nga amount. Okay? So can we proceed to Problem number 7. Okay na ta? Sige, let's proceed to problem number 7. Ato na huton ta ng problems kay mag-exam ra batag Lunes. Number 7. Magklase mo 3? Mag face to face mo? Uy, na may teacher nga mag face to face? Murag wala man gud, online naman tanan. Wala raw online, ang memo man gud is online. Ingon man gud ko katunay niingon nga magklase daw sila exam. Okay, so mo lagi to, pero there was a memo man gud nga work from home. Awa sana oy murag no face to face ba? Sige ra ako rang klarohon. Ha? Nagi-post? Mao lagi ako na o nga klase jud or no face to face? Ha? Really? So, murag mao. Pero dili lang ta mag face to face siguro sa November 3 oy, kay mag-cycle man gud ko. Ganahan ko mag-cycle sa merchandising. So free ra mo sa 3? Unsa mong orasa free sa 3? Puwede ra mag 5 up? 5 sa gabii up? Kay para walay maligsan. Taas-taas sa bang journalizing sa kuan, taas-taas ang journalizing or unsa man oy, taas-taas ang journalizing magod sa merchandising. 3 is Friday, right? Saturday na lang ka ta mag-meet, journalizing, Saturday sa gabii. Dili ta mag-meet og Friday. Sige, dili, online gyapon kay dili makaya og F to F man gud, dili mahuman ba? Okay, so let's proceed na to number 7. So problem number 7, prepare the adjusting entry for each of the following situations. The last day of the accounting period is December 31. Okay, letter A. The payment of 19,000 insurance premium for 2 years in advance was originally recorded as prepaid insurance. So 1 year of the policy has now expired. So this is prepayment. Unsay method gigamit? Unsa gigamit? Asset or prepayment man? Is it asset or expense? Asset method because of the prepaid insurance. Na naman siya nga recorded as prepaid insurance. So asset method, we will be recognizing your expense. So sa metong adjusting entry ani? Debit ka, insurance, di ba? Insurance expense. Kay asset man siya. So recognize tag expense pila. 9,500 nga naman ni ana man siya nga half of the policy has now expired or 1 year. Kay 2 years man siya. So 9,500. Di unsa pa ko ang 9,500? Sorry. Um, that is 19,000 divided by 2 lang. Kay again, the 19,000 is good for 2 years. Tapos 1 year ang na-expire, so one half. So credit ka, prepaid, insurance. Okay, so na question ani. Importante nakabaw ka. Pila ka period ang prepayments para pila ka months and then pila na expire. Okay, letter B. All employees earn a total of 10,000 per day for a 5-day week beginning on Monday and ending on Friday. So 10,000 a day daw for per 5-day week. Okay? Ano, not per day lagi, sa per day. Then they were paid for the work week ending December 26. So ang last nila nga payment ka December 26. They work on Monday, December 29, 26, 27, 28 is Saturday, Sunday. Okay? So 29 is Monday, Tuesday kay 30 and Wednesday, December 31. So unsa ni tabuan ang tulo ka days? Wala bayri ang empleyado? Wala bayli ang empleyado, no? Kay ang last payday manggod was December 26. Tapos mo-end naman ang December 31, mo-end na ang accounting period. So nya ni trabaho pa ang mga empleyado December 29, 30 and 31. So kana siya bayra na January 1 pa siguro or kano sa man ang end ay 5 days man ang work week. So bayran siya inagka January 2. But since nisulod pa na sa tong accounting period ang December 29, 30 and 31, dapat ato siyang i-recognize as salaries expense, right? Nakuha ninyo? Uy, naka-follow ba mo? Nakuha? Okay, so dapat i-recognize na to sa, we're talking about December 31. So, naa sila gi-render ang mga empleyado na render pa og services pagka 29, 30, and 31. Pero since 5 days work week siya, bayran siya inaka January 2 pa. Pero kanang 3 days nga na incur na nato na salaries, dapat ato nang i-recognize. So, 10,000 per day. So, may tabuan na kay, ano ang computation? 10,000 times 3 days. Okay? So, naatay 30,000. Then, gamit ta og salaries. Payable nga 30,000. Okay, naipangutana. Nanong na 30,000? Sige, wala. Walay pangutana ha. Hindi naman mo maningog. Okay, let's proceed to letter C. The supplies account had a balance of 4,480 on January 1. During the year, 11,000 of supplies were bought. A year-end inventory showed that 6,400 worth of supplies are still on hand. So, unsay pangayoon man adjustment, no? So, expense ato ang gipangita. Okay? So, gitagaan man ta og on hand unya supplies account. So, meaning asset siya. So, what you will do is prepare. Maghimo tag ti account. Supplies. Nakabaw tapilay atong expense. Kay aning paagiha di ka masayop. Okay, so debit, credit. Okay, so natay beginning balance. Insert lang sa ninakaw ah. Yan siya. Pila tong beginning balance? 4,480. Tapos natay purchase or acquisition na lang. Acquire ako ibutang ha. Acquisition nga pila? 11,000. Okay, so ato ning i-equate. So, okay, tapos nana siya nga 6,400 kay on hand. Kung may ka 6,400 on hand, muna imuhang ending balance. Okay? So you are looking for your expense. Ang buhaton, kuwala ang difference. Pila ang difference? 9,080. Sorry. 980. Ano na siya? So this is now your amount nga gamiton for the adjusting entry. So debit ka, supplies, expense nga 9,080. Tapos credit ka, supplies. Okay, so may question? So let's have the last one. Okay, you have equipment costing 588,000 as a useful life of 5 years with an 80 salvage value at the end of the 5 years. Record the depreciation for the year. Okay, so kopya sa tag-annual depreciation. So annual is equal to pila yung cost? 588 minus 80,000 divided by pila ka years? Okay, 5 years. So na kay depreciation nga pila? 101,600. Okay, so mao na ba niyang amount? Wala may other data. So pasabot nga 1 year siya. 1 year ba? Okay. Okay. So your journal entry for letter D is debit depreciation, expense, no 101,600, credit accumulated, 101,600. Okay? So these are the answers to problem number 7 na ay pangutana. Wala ra. So let's proceed to the next one. Problem number 8. Okay, so problem number 8, preparing adjusting entries at year end. So, on June 30, so take note June 30 ang year end nato. The end of fiscal year, the following information is available to Noel Hungria's accountants for making adjusting entries. Letter A, Among the liabilities of the entity is a 2,400 mortgage payable. On June 30, the accrued interest on this mortgage amounted to 120,000. Okay, so wala na tay problema nga no man gihatag man diretso ang accrued expense, right? Or accrued interest. So, diretso na ta record sa ato ang adjusting entries. Kung sa atong adjusting entries ani? Debit, interest, interest yun pa sa akin, naglubat ko. Debit ta interest expense, given ang amount, so what tay problema, no? Wait sa, naglubat ko. Okay. So, debit ta interest, expense nga pila gani? 120,000. Tapos credit ka, interest payable. Payable atong gamiton ha. Mo sunod lang ta sa libro. Para di maglibog. So, interest payable of 120,000. Okay, so this is letter A, di. Then, number letter B. Letter B. Assume on July 2, a Friday, the entity which is on a 5-day work week and pays employees weekly. Paid its regular salaries employees 192. Okay. Kung sa man ni siya. So, ang regular employees ko, no, makadawat sila og sweldo in 5 days, 192. Tapos, July niya, June, July. June, July. July is a Friday. See? So, ang concern na to ani ang June. 'Di ba? Kay mo man ang ending sa tong accounting period. So, kung July 2 is Friday, unsa man ang July 1? Ha? Thursday. So, ang 28, 29 ug 30, trabahoan da ito. 'Di ba? Pero, bayaran siya pagka July 2 pa. Nakuha ninyo, 5 days work week man siya. So, kung July 2, bayaran, July 2 is Friday. So, July 1 is Thursday. So, what ay problema ng 1 and 2 kay for July man gyud na siya. Ang problema nato ani kay ang June 28, 29, 30 kay 5 days man work week. Ang 5 days nga work week is June 28, 29, 30, July 1, 2. Ang 1 and 2 sa July is for July. Ang June 28, 29, 30 is for June. June 30 atong cut off ha, accounting period mo end. So, kinahanglan na kani sa 28 o 28, 29 o 30, masulod na ni sa to ang sweldo sa June. So, ma-recognize na siya as salaries expense. Okay? So, pila may atong i-recognize sa salaries expense? Pintaha daw. Okay, 115, 200. That's 192. Muna siya ang salary nimo kada semana sa mga regular employees. Divided by 5 days. Kay 5 days man siya. Work week. Times 3 days nga ilang gitrabahoan. So, mo. Dapat mag-recognize ta og pila to day? 115, 200. Okay, sa itong pares. Okay, salaries payable. Okay, tapos letter C. Mali sa letter C. On June 29, the entity completed negotiations and signed a contract to provide services to a new client at an annual rate of 36,000. Kung sa itong adjusting entry. Nata adjusting entry? Wala. No adjusting entry. Kontrata pa lang na. Ang designan. Okay, so no adjusting entry. Nakuha ninyo? So let's proceed now to letter D. The supplies account showed a beginning balance of 16. Pareha ni ganina. Mangupyar ako diri. Kunin kopyahon. Okay. So, naay beginning balance nga 16,150. Tapos na siya'y acquisition nga 37,660 or purchases, no? Saan siya? Resibo. Kuan kapihon. Ay, dili. 53,810. Tapos na siya'y ending nga pila ending balance? 11,860. Sa pila atong expense? 41,950. Okay, so unsay debit? Supplies, expense. I hope the others are following, ha? 41,950. Then credit nato is supplies. 41,950. Next, letter E. The prepaid insurance account showed the following entries on June 30. Beginning balance 15,300. January 1, 29. May 1, 33,660. The beginning balance represents the unexpired portion of a one-year policy purchased in April 1 of the previous year. The January 1 entry represented a new one-year policy, and the May 1 entry is an additional coverage of a three-year policy. So, prepaid insurance. Pila may ato expense ani ron? Okay. So pag-compute na to ani. Ang kanang beginning daw, unexpired portion of a one-year policy. So, purchase April. Kung 1 year siya, April to April, wala na, expired na siya. So, expense na ni siya, di ba? So, these are your, the computation of the expenses, no? So, beginning of 15, expense na ni siya, ano, expense man. April man siya gibayran. So, April 2022 to April 2023. So, wala na, expired na siya ang kaning 15. So, expense na siya. Then, ang January 1, 2023. So, pila may atong insurance rather expense ani? Pila ka year ang January 1, 2023 nga gibayaran nga policy? Okay. So, gibayaran siya pag January 1. So, pila man siya from January to June? Pila ka months? Six, no? So this is how you're going to compute for the expense. Ang 29,000 is good for 1 year, so 29,000 divided by 12 times 6 months. And that would be 14, sakto ba ko? 14,500. Then, ang ibayaran pag May 1, 2023 is good for how many year? 3. So, divided by 36 times pila ka months ang niagi? May, June. Duha, 'di ba? Times 2, times 2 months. So, pila? 1,870? Are the others following ba? Okay, take note kani sa beginning, gibayran na siya pagka April 1, 2022. So pagka April, unya mo na siya imuhang sobra last year, no? Nga gidani mo 2023. Now, since human ang April, so kanang 15 is expired na siya. So, expense na. And then, katong gibayran nimo pag January, that's good for 1 year. So, from January to June, that's exactly 6 months. So, na-expire na ang 6 months. That's why we have 29,000 divided by 12, that times 6. So, 14,500. Then, kanang gibayaran pag May, that is good for 36 months. So, kung ibayad ka og May, mo-end ka og June, 30. So, May, June, 2 months lang. So, 29,000 divided by 36. Iyon sa pagkuha ang 36. 12 months a year times 3 years. 'Di ba? So, pila tong total? Yes? Ha? Ay, sorry, 30, 33,660. Pero maura niya, no? Maura bang amount? 1,870. Dili, 29 di, ay, sorry. 33,660. Yeah, correct. Pero maura ang ako ang kani 1,870. So, total na to nga, ah, expired insurance kay 31,670. So, our adjusting entry is insurance. That's the expired portion no atong gipangita kay asset method ang gigamit. So, insurance expense 31,670. Dayon, kung pangutan-on mo pila na prepaid insurance balance be, pila kaha? Hmm? Pila'y balanse sa atong prepaid insurance. After ani nga adjusting entry, pilay atong balanse sa prepaid insurance? 15? 16? Sure na 16? Pila man datong total insurance? 15,300 plus 29 plus 33,660. 'Di ba mo na itong total insurance prepayment? Minus 31,670. Kaya pwede mo pangutanon sa problem baya ana. So, pilay balanse 46,290. Right? 'Di ba? 'Di ba? Pag before the adjusting entry, na kay 15,300, na kay 29, na kay 33,660. So, manay total. Minus sa imong recognize nga insurance expense. So, ang prepaid insurance balance nimo will be 46,290. Okay? Magunti paghilabot. Good. Okay, letter F. Um, the beginning, atin pa. Letter F. The following table contains the cost and annual depreciation for buildings and equipment, all of which purchased before the current year. So you have annual depreciation 73,000 and 218,000. So unsay ato ang entry ani? Diretso na, di ba? Kay 1 year man. Depreciation expense. Buildings. Na 73. Dayon, depreciation expense. Equipment. 218. Then, credit ka accumulated. May pangutana ani. Sige. Okay, let's proceed to letter G. On June 1, the entity completed negotiations with another client and accepted an advance 210,000 for services to be performed in the next year. The 210,000 was credited to unearned service revenues. Okay, so na siya nadawat nga advance collection. Then kani siya nga advance collection is good for 1 year nga contract. Nadawat niya June 1. And then atong accounting period kay ni end June 30. So na ba tay income? Okay, ang pre-collections kay gi-recognize unsa iyang method gigamit sa pre-collection? Sure, income. Tanaw ang account title gigamit. Liability method kay ngano ni ana man siya nga the 210,000 was credited to unearned service revenues. So meaning gigamit niya liability method. So mag-recognize ka og income, di ba? So atong paggamit atong liability unearned service revenues. Pila atong income ani nga portion? Pila ka months? Basta ha, pila ka buwan atong earn? June 1 na collect. Sure. June 30 atong accounting period mo and tan-awa. Dili December. 1 month lang. So 1 month, 210. Bantayan ang accounting period kano sa mo end. Divided by 12 times 1 month lang. Kay June 1 month, so June 30 mo end. So 1 month lang. Okay, so manay computation ha, butangan lang ako computation. That is equal to 17. Then credit ka service revenue 17. Oh, so pwede sa mong pangutanon ani pila may balanse sa unearned revenue? Pila yung balanse sa unearned revenue? Ah, Okay, 192,500. That's 210 minus 1 month kanang gi-recognize nato as income. 192,500. Okay. As of the last one, H. The entity calculated that as at June 30, it had earned 35,000 on a 75,000 contract that will be completed and billed in August. Sa man eh. The entity calculated that as at June 30, it had earned 35,000 on the 75,000 contract that will be completed and billed in August. Asa ni siya? Accrual. This is accrued income, di ba? Na-earn na niya pero ang bill kay himuon pa inag-August. So as of June, dapat iyan na ning i-recognize as income ang 35,000. So our entry will be debit unsa man accounts receivable na 35,000 tapos atong credit kay service revenues 35,000. Okay, so we're done with problem number 7. Number 8 rather. Na may pangutana. Hapit na ta mahuman. Kaning number 9 kay taas-taas. Na diri ang problem number 9. Ako ning gi-prepare. Daan. Okay. So, let's read problem number 9. Prepare adjusting entries and adjusted trial balance. So, presented below together with the account numbers is the unadjusted trial balance of Madeline Ria Lubin Travel Agency for the year ended December 31, 2023. So, man siya ay unadjusted. Actually, this is where you're going to start with your worksheet, no? So, unadjusted trial balance. And then, after that, you will prepare kani siya mo nimong kopyahon sa imong worksheet, kanita ng unadjusted trial balance. Tapos, after ana, mag-prepare na ka sa imong adjusting entries. So, on November 1, so information pertaining to Ria Lubin's account is as follows. So, maghimo ka og adjusting entry. Okay, so diri lang nako ibutang ang mga adjusting entries ha. Sa, mm, para makita na siya. Okay, so let's have letter A. Hindi ko mag-adjust. Adjust. Ay. Sa adjust ha. Medyo padagdanin ko yung account titles. Okay. So you have good. So let's prepare na the adjusting entries. So on November 1, 2023, kano sa nimo end December 31 na. Ria Lubin paid Juanita Ravena, realtors 360,000 for 6 months rent on the office building commencing that date. So December 31. The 360 is good for 6 months. Pila ang kada buwan? Wala kong compute. 360 divided by 6, 60,000. Okay, so prepayment siya. Yun sa pag-recognize ang 360. Prepaid rent. Makita nimo sa imong trial balance, no? Na kay prepaid rent nga 360,000. So, pasabot di ay kung mag-adjust ta, we'll be recognizing the rent expense. Okay? So 60,000 good for 2 months ang ato ang rent expense, November, December. So our adjusting entry will be, naka-follow mo? Rent expense, 60 per month, 120. Good for 2 months. Anong good for 2 months man? December and November. Then we credit prepaid rent nga 120. Okay? So that's letter A. Then letter B, office supplies on hand at December 31, 2023 amounted to 27,000. So atong tanawon unsay gamit nga account for office supplies. Okay, asset method no naatay office supplies sa ato ang trial balance nga 63. Then niana siya nga office supplies on hand amounted to 27. So kung asset method ka, ang 63 is asset tapos ang gihatag sa imuha sad at the end of the period kay on hand asset. So i-minus siya para makuha nimo imong expense. 'Di ba? Kay wa man katagay sa expense. So 63 minus 27 pila? Thir Okay, 36. So we will be recognizing the office supplies expense. May gigamit nga title di office supplies expense. Ay. Office supplies expense nga pila to? 36,000 then credit ka office supplies. Mo na nino kato nangutanan ako last time sa klase nga pananglitan kung existing ang duha ka account title. So in our case, ni-exist si office supplies, ni-exist sad si office supplies expense. Ang pangutana unsa daw nga method. Of course, asset method siya nga naman si office supplies man ang naay balanse. Okay? Then letter C, depreciation expense for the furniture amounted to 75,000 for the year. So watay problema kay automatic or gihatag man ang amount. So debit na ta diretso. Depreciation ay gigamit niya nga title. Depreciation expense ra. Walay title, walay ko ano, classification. So depreciation expense nga pila to? 75. 75,000 tapos credit accumulated sa account title, accumulated depreciation ra. Dapat sundo ng account title sa trial balance, So we're done with letter C. Let's have letter D. At December 31, 2023, 105 salaries have accrued. Diretso na ta. Salaries expense. Ihatag naman diretso ang amount na 105. Tapos, credit ka. Kung sige gamit, salaries payable. Always check the kuan ha, trial balance or given account title, salaries trial balance. Payable nga 105. And letter E, I think this is the last one. The 900 note payable was issued on October 1, 2023. It will be paid in 12 months together with interest at an annual rate of 24%. So mag-accrue ta kay ang payment sa interest kay bayran man awa ha. The 900,000 note payable was issued on October 1, 2023. It will be repaid in 12 months together with interest at an annual rate of 24%. Sa maron eh. So, bayran ang note plus interest inagka June na. So, mo due siya next year pa. Pero, from October 1 to December dapat mag-accrue na ta sa ato ang interest sa note. Okay? So we'll have interest payable. Pila tong interest gan on note? 900,000 times 24% times pila ka months? 12 months. Dayon pila ka months ang niagi na? 3, 'di ba? October, November, December. So times 3 over 12. So this is mag-adjust ako. Napod. This is how much? Paliw ko compute. 54. Okay, 54,000. Then we have interest. Look at the account title. Interest payable. Na 54,000. Eh, ah, oh sorry. Interest expense di ay. Expense. Okay, so we're done. So manataog prepare sa ato ang adjusting entries. So the next thing we do is ato siyang i-post kani. So first nato is letter A, rent expense. Debit. So debit diha, debit sa diri ha. So rent expense debit nga 120. Dayon natay credit sa prepaid rent nga sa man 120. Okay, so that's letter A. Tapos wala lang nako butang yung label. Dapat na siya label kay para makadiretso ra kog other. Sunod is office supplies expense 36. Office supplies expense 36. Observe debit credit gihapon. Office supplies 36. Naka-follow mo? Tapos natay depreciation expense nga 75. Dayon tapos natay accumulated depreciation nga 75. Then we have salaries expense nga 105. Kay naatay salaries payable nga 105. Tapos naatay interest expense nga 54. Kay naatay interest payable nga 54. Okay, so posted na. So we'll get the total. Okay, so this is na your adjustments. So next na tong buhaton is we will compute for the adjusted trial balance. Okay, kani pareha ay ano siya? 126. So pareha ra sila no? Walay tan-awa ang buhaton nimo is imong i-compare kaning mga beginning balances with your adjustment. So 126 mao ra gihapon. So copy ra ta. Eh. Tapos si accounts receivable same. Si prepaid rent kabantay mo debit, credit. So meaning nagdeduct ta. Okay? Ani siya ha. Kung opposite gani, meaning you get the difference. Pareha ani opposite siya. Get the difference and then write the difference under the higher column, higher amount column. So dako man di ba? So 36 minus 120 pila man na 240. Okay, so di na to isuwat kay dako man si debit. Then 63 ug si 36 mas dako si debit, so pila? 27? 27? Okay, tapos si furniture kay wala mausob sa tuwa ng kopyahon. Then, si accumulated depreciation kay pareha nga credit. Kung pareha nga credit, atong buhaton kay atong i-add. Then, si notes payable kay same. Wait credit sayop. Nasayop ko, credit. Tapos, si accounts payable kay 285. Then, si salaries payable, walay kuan, pare, so copy lang. Si interest payable, copy lang. Si capital kay copy lang gihapon. Tapos si withdrawals kay copy lang. Then si salaries expense kay rather si travel revenues kay wala mausob. Then si salaries expense kay increase. Dayon si rent expense kay same. Eh, si supplies usa lang. Si depreciation usa ra pod. Then si interest expense kay usa lang. Then si miscellaneous kay walay adjustment. Okay? So ana ra na siya. Pagkahuman get the di ka mo balanse ani di mao the balances for the totals. Adjusted trial balance naman iyang gipahimo, di ba? So this is na your adjusted balances. Equal ba? Equal. Okay, so naay question? Ana naman siya, prepare an adjusted trial balance. Naay question, ani? Okay. So wala ra. We now proceed to problem number 9. Hapit na jud. 10 di ay. Diri man siya mosumpay, diri na lang. Wa na ni magsuno. Ay, sorry, wa na magsunod. Problem number 10. Kamo na lang pangita. Number 10. Okay. Itsaha kay mangupya ko og ti account. Mangupya ko og ti account kay ganahan ko nga kani siya iti account ninyo. Hmm. Okay. Problem number 10. Okay, unsa man ni si problem number 10? Allocating prepaid expenses to expense and to asset accounts. Pas Bobadilla leasing is into the business of subleasing commercial properties. Compute the amounts indicated by question marks for each of the following. So, prepaid rent. Kung siyang usabon. Prepaid rent. This is letter A. Hindi siya maroon eh. Letter A. Pasensya naman sa among lugar kay Saba. So natay beginning balance ako sa ning kwaon ha. Okay, beginning balance nga so April 1, 40,000 sa A. Tapos dili ni acquisition, butangan ako og payment. Naay payment nga 10 payment during the month nga 140. Okay, tapos naay ending balance nga 30. So dapat kani kay 180. So pila'y diferensya? Pangitaon nimo say expense. 150. So the answer is may mga unknown diha. Ang unknowns kay total. So total is 180. Tapos ang expense ang rent expense for the month is 150. So kani mao'y gipangita no? Kani og ay sorry, himao. Kani. Okay? May pangutana? Dako kay tabang ang T-account. Dali ra siya pangitaon. Diba? Okay, kani. Kung saan i-clear. Clear. So, sa B, naatay tigini nga 50,000. Tapos, unknown si payment. Wala ni siya. So, ako sana siya niyan. Tapos, unknown sa si total. Then, available si ending nga 40. And this is 90. Wait, sayop ko. Expense. Dira si expense. 90. So, kani si 130. Kuha ninyo? Kung 130 na siya, saan i-adjust para account title siya, sa niti account siya tanawon. So, kung 130 na siya, dapat 130 sa ni diri. I-equate lang nato. So, 130 minus 50, pila? 80? Ah, so, mo ni siya ang gipangita. Unknown. Ang 80 nga payment, then ang 90 nga ano, total nga 130. Kani dagi pangita do ha. Tupad. May question? I-fill up ra jud na ninyo. Kani, let's proceed to letter letter C. Kung saan itabo na letter C, kung saan i-clear ha. So, sa letter C, naa si 90, na 110. Diba? And then, ang rent expense kay 120. This is 120. Ani mo ay wala. Kung 200 na siya, 200 po diri. Are you following? So, pila ni? Bilang ending balance? 80. Okay, so this is the unknown, right? Mo na siyang unknown ng 80,000. 'Di ba, hindi maglabad imong ulo og kuan, mag-add ba kag mag-deduct ba ka? Kung kabawon jud ka sa account title or dirty account, dali ra jud siya. Kay kani, sunod letter D, last one. Ang beginning is 60. Tapos ang payment kay unknown. So, unknown na siya. Okay, may binuang diha. Formula man gud ito nako. So, 150 na siya. So, 150 sad ni. So, kung sayop. Hmm. Tapos, ang expense kay pila expense? 80, 70. So, di na wala na kinahanglan. Kaya ray pangitaon kani may anon, di ba? Pila ni siya? 90? Okay. So, these are the answers. Dali ra. Okay, let's have 11. Kamay na lang. Ako ani butangag and 11 ha. And 11. Ay, and 11. Siya mosugot. Mao ni si 10. Diring dapita. Mawala man siya. Ano lang. So this is problem 10. Na rin ako ibutang si problem number 11. Okay, so let's have supplies. Mura-mura na siya ani. Ngopya ra gyapon ko. Si okay, the adjusted trial balance. Si Sige pangayo. Compute the amount of supplies expense, salaries expense, and service revenues. Sige. So, number one is supplies. Supplies expense atong gipangita ha. Then, naatay December, November, beginning balance nga 15. Tapos, natay ending balance ako sa ning papason. Natay ending balance nga ay mong kalibog sa mga dates ha. Nagibali ra ba present? This is 21. Tapos, purchase 84. Okay, so ano siya? 99. So, dapat 99 ko na siya. So, pila ato ang expense? 78. So, mani siya itong ngita. So, supplies expense is, or rather, supplies expense is 78,000. Okay? Then, next is salaries payable. Kanila na ning istorya ha. Salaries payable. Dali lang ta. Salaries payable. Ang gipangayo kay salaries expense. Sige. Salaries payable beginning is 37. Ang beginning kay apang tangtangon ha, kay di na ta parehas. Dili na ni istorya ha. Ang beginning ni salaries payable kay diri nga side 37,000. Muna'y beginning liability man. So beginning balance. Ang ending kay 31. Are you following? Hmm. Tapos salaries paid or payment. Na diri ang payment gihapon. 'Di ba kay when you pay, ana man na, debit salaries payable, credit cash. So, 846. So, ang ipangayo kay diri, ipangayo ang salaries expense. 'Di ba kay kung mayon ka magkuang kag salaries expense, mag-recognize debit ka salaries expense, credit ka salaries payable. Muna nga si expense naa diri nga side. Nakuha ninyo? Awa ha, ang payment nganong naa diri nga side? Because when you pay for salaries is debit salaries payable, credit cash. Nganong si expense naa diri? Because when you pay for salaries expense, you debit dili, unsa ni siya? Kung expense, you debit expense, salaries expense, then credit salaries payable. Sa mga naa diri sa expense. So, just get the total. Dapat ka budget mo manipulate og kuan, account title, rather ti account. Gamit kaayo na siya ani mga panahona. So, get the difference pila? 840? Okay. So, 840 mo na imong gipangita. So, that's your salaries expense. Okay? Then, sunod, mopya na pud ta. Ikapoy maghimong. Kaning i-clear. Next is, unsa man ni, unearned service revenues. Liability gihapon, unearned service revenues. Lagi pangayo, income. Sa ning padak-an. Okay. Revenues. So, beginning balance nato kay unearned man, credit. 163. Dayon sa ending nato kay ari sa debit 142. Tapos naatay cash received. Kung cash received, 'di ba? Debit ka cash, credit ka unearned revenues. So receive na siya or ana lang collection, 'di ba? Kung liability method ka, when you collect, debit ka cash, credit, unearned service revenue. So cash received is 1,800. So ato siyang totalon. So kung 305 na siya, 305 sa diri. Wala to tong beginning or ending balance. Ending balance nato is ay sayop. Dini 142. This is 142. Okay ba ha? Ang beginning 163. Ending is 142. Tapos ang collection kay diri mao na ba ni ang amount? Sa debit, cash, credit. So this is 305. So 305 na siya. Pila ning difference? Swipe amount. Diba? Swipe ko sa amount. 1,800, 200. So pila ni? 1,963, 200. So pila ni siya? Mo ni imong So may tawag nimo ani, service revenue or revenue lang. 1821. Eh, so this is the unknown. Yeah, mo na imong revenue. 'Di ba kay kung unearned service revenue ka to recognize revenue, debit ka, unearned service revenue, credit service revenue, right? So mo nang debit siya diri. Nakuha ninyo? So dapat kay bawo mo asa ang mga placements. Kay kani palitan advance collection, 'di ba? Kung advance collection ka, debit cash, credit, unearned service revenue. Kani sa adjusting entry, debit ka, unearned service revenue, credit, service revenue. So mo na imong service revenue, 1,821,200. Any question? Okay pa mo? Madarag smile? Madarag smile ang adjusting entry? Hoy, nay gwapa nindot mga adjusting entry, oy. 'Di ba? Gamay na lang. Sige, problem number 12. Determine the effects of omission. So kana kung di ka ka-adjust usay mahitabo. For each of the following oversights, um, may maka-oversight na kaligtaan ba? State whether total assets will be understated, overstated, or not affected. You're talking about total assets. Okay. Failure to record revenues earned but not yet received. Accrued income. Failure to record accrued income. What happened to your asset? Unsa to? Understated. Butang idihag you. Understated. Nganong understated man? Because kung dili ka ka-recognize og accrued income or receivable, kulangan imong asset. Okay? Mm. Next, letter B, failure to record expired rent. Overstated. Nganong overstated man? Because prepaid rent siya. Okay? Prepaid rent, pananglitan na kay prepaid rent nga 100. Wala ka naka-record sa 40 nga mo expire. So 100 gyapon imong rent overstated or prepaid rent overstated siya. Letter C, failure to record accrued interest in the bank. Nakadeposito sa bangko, wa nimo na record ang interest, accrued interest. Under, over, understated. Because this is what? Interest receivable, right? So kung di ka ka-record og interest receivable, then understated imong asset. Letter D, failure to record depreciation. Okay, overstated. Remember, 'di ba, kung mag-depreciate ka, ang book value sa imuhang asset kay magkagamay, 'di ba? So kung dili ka ka-recognize og or rather depreciation, kulangan imong accumulated. Then imong accumulated kay deduct nimo sa imong equipment baron. So kulangan imuhang unsa na i-deduct. So imong asset will be overstated. So overstated. Next, failure to record accrued salaries. Take note, asset atong gihisgutan, failure to record accrued salaries or salaries payable. Not affected. Liability ray affected sa, unsa may affected sa accrued salaries? Expense and liability. So, wala effect ni asset. So, no or not applicable or no effect, not affected. Last one, failure to convert unearned revenues to earned revenues. Failure to convert unearned revenues to earned revenues. Unearned revenue, Analyze ang account title gamiton, walay effect. Unsa may account title ni unearned revenue, 'di ba? Unearned revenue ug income. So, are they kuan ba, asset accounts? Oh, so no, not affected. Okay? So, inyong tan-awon kung unsa may account title nga affected kung mohimo kag journal entry. So, mura po 'to'y affected. Okay. So, now no, not affected. Kani, 13. So, malang gyapon, effect of omission. So, kung dili ka ka-recognize unsa may mahitabo. Okay, let's have letter A. Si letter A kay payment for repairs erroneously debited to building account. So, na kay repairs and maintenance which is an expense account. Kunya this is an error. Gidebit nimo si building account. Unsa nahitabo na revenue? Tan-awa. Okay. Payments for repairs erroneously debited to building account. Revenues. Letter A sa taha. Unsay effect ani ni revenue? Walay effect. Walay effect nga naman. Unsa man ang repairs? Repairs is expense. Nya building is asset. Nya revenue man atong gitok. Gross revenue ah. So, walay effect sa revenue. How about expense? Okay. Understated imong expense ngano man dapat na kay repairs and maintenance which is an expense account pero man mo na recognize so expense nimo will be understated. So kulangan imong expense. How about your profit? Overstated. Nganong overstated man? Okay. Sakto imong revenue. Pero ang imong gideduct na expenses kay kulangan man, so what will happen to your profit? Overstated. Over, di ba? So, overstated imong profit. How about total assets? Okay, overstated kay imo siyang gi-recognize as building. So, dapat dili. So, over ra imuhang kuan asset. How about your liabilities? Not affected. How about owner's equity? Overstated. Nganong ma-overstated man si owner's equity? Ani ha, inyong hunahunahon kung unsay mahitabo ni profit, mo sanay mahitabo ni owner's equity. Ngano man, 'di ba? Si owner's equity kay imo man ang adan og profit or loss. Okay? So kung overstated imong profit, imong i-add ni owner's equity, ma-overstate sad si owner's equity. Take note of that. Kung unsay mahitabo ni profit, mo say mahitabo ni owner's equity. So ani siya, overstated man to imong profit, 'di ba? So si owner's equity ma-overstate sad. Okay. Letter B. Recorded collection of accounts receivable by debiting cash and crediting revenue account. Nakay collection. Unsa may correct entry nimo ko mo collect ka, debit ka cash, credit accounts receivable, right? Oh. Tapos ang iyang gibuhat kay nag-debit siya og cash, nag-credit siya og revenue. Sayop, no? Okay. So what will happen to your revenue? Okay, overstated imong revenue. How about expenses? No effect or not affected. Not affected ngano man? Cash og asset og revenue man atong gihisgutan. How about profit? Overstated. Siyempre kung overstated imong revenue, mo follow gyud na si profit nga overstated sad, 'di ba? How about total assets? Overstated. Nganong overstated man dapat gi-reduce nato sa AR, right? Dapat atong pagamyan sa AR kay collection man, pero wa man nato mapagamya sa AR. So overstated atong AR, so overstated atong total assets. How about liabilities? No effect, not affected. How about si owner's equity? Overstated. Basta overstated si profit, overstated yun ang si owner's equity. Okay. Next, depreciation for the month was omitted. Wag ka record of depreciation, which is an expense account. What happened to your revenues? Oh, no effect. Revenues atong giskutan, gross revenue. How about expense? Understated. How about profit? Overstated. How about total assets? Okay. You're talking about depreciation, no? So kung wala ka ka-depreciate, dako ang value sa imong asset. How about liabilities? Not affected. How about owner's equity? Overstated. Overstated siya kay kulang unsa man ni kanang kulangan man to imong depreciation expense. So dako ra imo ang owner's equity, no? Kay close man nimo ditong income. Okay, letter D, recorded twice an acquisition of office equipment on account. Kaduha kaduha ka ni record like 1 million baron nga office equipment, kaduha ka ni record og office equipment 1 million, kaduha sa ka ni record og liability. Okay, what is the effect on your revenue? No effect. How about expense? Not affected. How about expenses? Not affect. Okay, no effect or not affected. How about profit? Ah, ano man? No effect. Acquisition pa man ta. Don't overthink. Acquisition ra ha, acquisition ra. No effect. How about total assets? Overstated. How about liabilities? Overstated. How about owner's equity? No effect. No effect. Okay, letter E. Tanaw na to ni recorded the acquisition of office equipment for cash as a debit to office equipment and a credit to depreciation expense. Butangi. Okay? So, imbis kay mag-credit siya cash, nag-credit siya depreciation expense. Okay. Effect or revenue? No effect. Oh, walay effect. How about expenses? Okay, understated kay gi-debit man niya ang depreciation expense which is wrong. So understated si expenses. How about profit? Overstated. Sa revenue, walay effect. Pero sa expenses kay understated man. So ma-over si profit. Okay? How about si total assets? Si assets? Anong overstated man? Okay, so dapat mag-credit og cash, right? So dapat ma-reduce ang cash pero wala man siya nag-debit so overstated imong asset. How about liability? Not affected. How about owner's equity? Overstated. Remember, overstated imong profit ganina. So kung overstated imong profit, owner's equity will be overstated. Okay. Next, recorded cash payment for advertising by debiting repairs expense and crediting cash. Again, recorded cash payment for advertising by debiting repairs and rather repairs expense and crediting cash. Effect or revenue? Ah, yes? Oh, ma-understated. Understated kay gi-debit man mo sa depreciation expense. Maong say profit, ma-overstated. So, ma-over sad imong owner's equity. Okay. Sige, recorded cash payment for advertising by debiting repairs expense and crediting cash. Revenue, no effect. Expenses, no effect. Okay, no effect. Anong no effect man? Okay, total expense raman gihapon gud. Total expense man gud ang gipangayo, total expenses. So niyang iyang gi-debit ka expense raman gihapon nga account. So in total, wala na siya affected. Profit, no effect sad. How about total assets? Okay, sakto raman nga nag-credit siya cash. So no effect. Liabilities, no effect. Owner's equity, okay. So no effect na tanan. Okay. So bisag nasayop na siya, pero mao lagi ang iyang sayop manggod kay pareha ra man gud nga expense ang iyang gigamit nga account title. So, total expense dili ra gyud affected. Okay, last one, rendered services for cash but made no record of the transaction. Revenue, under. So, wa siya ka record og revenue, so understated. Expenses, not affected. Profit, understated. Total assets, okay, under kay wala ka ka-recognize og cash. Liabilities, not affected. Owner's equity, understated. Okay? So, dapat makaibaw mo unsay mga effects ha. Kay kaning number 14 ayaw na ni oy, parihara man ni ana. So, think we're done with the exercises. So, pag-study mo, I will be giving a quiz on Monday. Yeah. Tungkwe ko asal